Magsorc right now. It is not completely end game because I do not have a VMA staff, but I have a couple different rotations that I use. Okay, I have done most trials with her, everything but VHOF pretty much, so it's definitely effective. I do generally hit between 34 and 36k DPS. Okay, so let's go ahead and start here with the gear that I'm using. I'm currently set up right now for a clench rotation. Okay, so on my front bar here I have a infused with a flame enchant lightning staff IA, and my back bar I have Nirnhoned with flame as well. I am deciding which one to put a shock on. I just haven't changed that at this moment. It's still in progress. Okay, I have all Divines pieces for Alambres and Infallible Ether and Necropotence, including some gold jewelry on that as well. When I do switch out to the Force Pulse rotation, I'll show you that. Okay, so for my skills, right now I have this set up as, okay, so this is my front bar right here. So I have my pet, I have Daedric Prey, Clench, Hardened Ward, and Bound Aegis, and then Shooting Star. This is what I do generally bring into trials. And on my back bar, the pet, this is the Execute Endless Fury, Liquid Lightning, Blockade of Storms, and Bound Aegis again, and the Destruction Staff ultimate. When I do go into like vet dungeons or whatnot where there's no healer, then I'll switch out and put Power Surge in the spot up here. Okay. And I don't generally use Inner Light, but if you decided to, you can switch that out for Bound Aegis. Always keep your shield on the bar here. Okay, so I'll go ahead and show you real quick what I do for the clench rotation. Just one real quick pass. Okay, so you always do a light attack. So you do light attack, liquid lightning, light attack, blockade, light attack, pet, switch bars, Daedric Prey, heavy attack, and clench, and then switch back. So I did not do that fast on purpose. Just real quick, if you don't know how to unsummon your pet, just go into your character sheet here and take that off. Okay, so I always start on these rotations with a destruction ultimate, and depending on how quickly you go, you can follow up with the destruction ultimate or the shooting star. When you go to your execute phase, you're going to stay on your back bar here, and what you do is you do light attack, liquid lightning, light attack, blockade of storms, and then I usually do 5 of these. I'm doing it slow so you can see it. Okay, and then go right back into that to lay back down your dots. Alright, so to show you real quick on what the Force Pulse rotation is, I use Crushing Shock. There's not much of a DPS difference between that and Force Pulse, and it still procs with the staff, so I'll just put that right here where I had Clench. And then in my inventory, I'll switch out the front bar for the Asylum's Perfected Inferno Staff. It's infused with the shock damage. Okay, so if you can see that every second cast of Force Shock, you'll always apply the status effect. Okay, so that's changed. So the only real difference on this rotation, I'll show you real quick. You're still going to do a light attack in between every skill. We do light, liquid lightning, light, blockade, light, pet, switch, prey, and then you do light attack, crushing shock, light attack, crushing shock, and then switch the other bar for your heavy attack, and then start again. Okay, so this obviously won't be showing high scores right now because I've been doing it slowly. So when you do your rotation, you're going to want to do it slow and steady, but quick enough where you're going to get good DPS with it. What's most important is that you don't miss a light attack. When I'm practicing testing, I just use my basic trash pots. Then when I'm actually testing or in trials, you're going to use your essence of spell power. Okay, I'll show you that real quick on the inventory so you know what it looks like. So the Witch Mother's Potent Brew is what you're going to pretty much always want to use if you find that you really need the extra health or whatnot, then you can use that. Right, and then here, these are the basic trash pots that I use when I don't need the expensive spell power pots. But this is a spell power. It's made with lady smock, cornflower, and water hyacinth. And so you get major sorcery and major prophecy and restore your magicka and your regen when you do this. Okay, so I'll show you real quick what my stats are currently. I'm going to summon my pet so you can see that my health increases. When you're in a trial and you're around to tank with Eben, you're going to definitely have plenty of health. Okay, so on my character sheet, right here you can see all of these active effects. Right, so see what my max magicka is on. This is on that bar. Pardon. Okay, go to sleep, dude. I'm gonna go away from the dummy real quick. Okay, so this is on my infallible bar right here. And so those are the stats. Let me bring back out my pet. Right, and you'll see what my magicka recovery and everything is with that. This is my other bar with the force pulse. Okay, you'll see there's a little bit of difference there. When I take a spell power pot, you'll see how the mag recovery goes up. And then this is my other bar right here with that. So the mag recovery is not that high, but it's definitely great sustain, especially if the healer is running elemental drain. Then you won't have any sustain problems at all. You do have a little bit if they're not. Okay, let me go over the champion points. I do have the red tree set up right now for VMAL, but just to show you what I have mine in. I have Warlord that comes in handy to break free during the trials. Tenacity, so I can restore my magicka with that heavy attack in the rotation. Arcanist, so you have more magicka recovery. And then I have Summon Tumbling for when you need to dodge roll in those situations, and reducing the cost of block. That is definitely necessary, let's say in like Shihai during Hellra or on the Atronach boss on AA. Okay, so in this tree I'll have 40 into Elfborn, and that pretty much helps that. And then Elemental Expert here for the shock and flame magic damage. Spell Erosion increases my spell penetration. And then I have some into Staff Expert, which can be changed up if you need to a little bit. Then I have 75 into Thaumaturge because that's where most of the Magsorc damage comes from. Right now I have, for VMAL setup, I have Ironclad into 56 for direct damage attacks and spell resistance here. Okay, and then I have 56 into Thick Skinned, 56 into Elemental Defender, and 21 into Quick Recovery. So there are other things that you can do. You can also put a few points into Bastion if absolutely necessary. Okay, I think that's about it for that build. I do have right now the apprentice on, which is what you're going to run in trials. If you're trying to test and see what your DPS would be in a group setting, you can switch to the Lever Mundus, but you don't want to run that really in anything besides like solo content like VMA. Hey, let me know if you have any questions. Again, this is still a build in progress, so it's a good starter and game build, and hitting still pretty good numbers at 34 to 36k. Thank you.